Peace. I'm back. Yeah, ran out of space again. Yeah, but it's so much good, entertainment and information, and when dealing with this old world stuff, this mudflux stuff, because even the scientists have brought out some information proving. I just got my tooth pulled. My lip is still numb, but yeah, about these red bricks, and them, proving that these red bricks conduct electricity. Like, picture that. Like, think about that, and think about how they built things in the old world, and that brick conducting electricity. And then if you not so much remember, because a lot of us don't remember, but some of us remember, we still had some red brick streets. On certain streets were still red brick streets. But think about it, the buildings, the streets were made out of bricks, not this black asphalt or whatever it's called. But yeah, that's a whole nother thing to get into, and pertaining to old world stuff and how it was built and why they did certain things a certain way. And if you and if you understand that all, the energy was free, electricity was free, nobody had to pay for it, stuff like that, you'll start understanding why they wanted to change the system to benefit certain groups of people. And I ain't talking about no white and black thing. I'm just talking about the rich and the poor. So, a lot of these so-called robber barons from mainstream history are exactly what they said. They trying to rob the people. This is why they made obsolete all of these electrical running trolley cars and trains and all different stuff. Electric cars was out in the 1800s. Believe it or not, people thinking this Tesla thing is something new. No, it's not. Electric cars in the 1800s. But what I'm just saying is, if you're trying to get rich off the people's necessity to use fossil fuels, like crude oil and all that different stuff, and then you can see why people was popping up dead, and they just did away with that so they can get rich off of the people needing oil. But at one time, everything ran off electric. So just think about why all these buildings are bricks, why the streets was bricks. For that's just something extra to put your mind on, to better understand what was going on. And maybe, like I've said one or two times, if you understand what went on, you'll understand what's going on now, like why, the whys of it, and everything. A lot of stuff that let's say conscious people who conscious of certain things could speak on ain't gonna make sense to somebody that's still stuck in a certain frame of mind. Like check this out. Food and water is it's free. Food and water is free. That sounds crazy, but guess what? Everything that's that we consume, as people, whether we animals, people, whatever, birds and all that, we eat stuff that directly comes from God, comes from Allah, right? So, okay, if you need water, you're thirsty. The water don't come from no people. The water come from Allah. The water come from God. The fruits and vegetables that grow off the trees don't come from no people. They maybe what I'm trying to say. Everything that's grown, or the water that come out the sky, that's coming from God. So, in all actuality, it's supposed to be free. But being as though we live in an unnatural reality where you have to pay for food, you have to pay for water, you have to pay for shelter, even though you got all these people out here don't have nowhere to sleep when it's raining or when it's cold or whatever. But then half the city is you have dwellings where nobody is occupying these buildings, these places, but you got people out in the cold sleeping on the street and all that different stuff. It's not easy to create a perfect world, especially when you trying to build on top of this particular system that we've been in. But like I said, the most natural of things, the mindset of the people has been done away with. Like, just to, hey, food and water is free. Just like, when we read different stories of the natural people of different places, not just America, and people came and they said, oh, the people were hungry, the people were thirsty, the people were sick. The people just went right and helped them. And then, like, now, when you thinking with the mentality, man, they was some dumb mugs. Was they helping these people? And these are the same people that took their land or took their, and all that. But these people were in their natural state, even walking around without no clothes on. Because, not saying that I'm trying to get people. That's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is the people were more in a natural state. Imagine this. If you so messed up in the mind that every time you look at the naked form of a male or a woman, you become excited or something. These natural people back in the day wasn't like that. They'll see a woman's leg, backside, her tit. They would not become excited because it was natural, right? To this day, you still have certain groups of people living in certain places in America and in so-called Africa where the people walk around in a certain kind of way. So who is really twisted in the mind? Them? Or let's say the people that have been saturated with religious rules. Because even in the Bible and stuff like that, Adam and Eve was supposed to be walking around without no clothes on, right? Until whatever, they committed a sin and then they felt shameful. And they, but these religious books are can be understood many different ways. You know what I'm saying? So it could be a literal meaning, or it could be a esoteric meaning behind the shame that came to the people. You know what I'm saying? So even Adam being a people and not just a person, that's another way of looking at it. Because when Allah ordered or told Adam to name everything in creation. Some people understanding or overstanding understanding is that Adam is one person. Some people know that, okay, Adam is a group of people. The same way like the other story with the mad scientist Yakub splicing and dicing and creating other humanoids and things of this nature, right? Okay. Some people are going to just because it's just one guy, Yakub, like the Dr. Moreau. Remember the Island of Dr. Moreau? Remember that movie? Wow, that's deep, right? The Island of Dr. Moreau. Dr. Moreau. Wow, that's deep. But Yakub, to some people, is one person. To others, Yakub is a people. Okay? So I'm just saying, there's a lot to learn out here. It's a lot to get into. That's why none of us, we shouldn't rush to make any kind of, determinations on what people are, what they are, or what they ain't, and all that. So you should spend some time learning, especially learning from and you ain't gonna learn. You ain't gonna really understand nothing if you don't get into more than one line of information or thought. In actuality, the more you look at different things and different ways of that people are understanding things, the more I think that's one of the keys to really getting it and understanding it. Because even some people that be real sharp with certain things, they be stuck on one thing. They be stuck on one thing, as if like real true reality is just one way, or is really two way. It's either black or white. It's either this or that. It's either front or back. No, there's a lot of different other angles and ways to that the same thing. You roll up on this corner there, it's a stop sign at the corner. You got 4 different directions coming to the same corner, right? Something happens in the middle, right? Just something happened, right? And you got people on all 4 sides seeing the same thing. But all 4 of these people see the same thing from a different perspective and see something different. Get it? So it's good to be open for other information. It just is. You know what I mean? That's just only certain things that you can only learn over time. Like, a lot of times when you're young, when I was a younger guy, and getting into religion and philosophy and all the different stuff, you know what I mean? I was rigid. And I thought, but some people do need that discipline. This is why it's a need for leadership from the bottom to the top. Even myself, at the age I am now, I still need leadership. I still need to be led in certain ways. But at my age, I should be able to lead myself. I should be knowing who I should be able to look to for some guidance on the issue or some insight on the issue. Now, they don't have to necessarily be guidance, somebody needing to guide me, but just having, let's say, a strong, give me the insight. But we all need leadership. And I'm like that too, man. I don't like to listen to people. I don't want to, you know what I mean? Because I think I know everything too. You know what I mean? But the more I come across, and the more that I so-called know, the more I understand that I don't know much. So, and that's why you gotta bring yourself down. You gotta come down to earth, and you gotta open your heart, open your mind for more information. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And most of the stuff that they done fed us is bullcrap. And I don't see how most people, one of my homies, he dropped something on me. He was saying something. Well, he was quoting a scholar. He said that the particular scholar said it's 2 people that will never agree on something, and the one with an empty stomach and the one with a full stomach. I'm paraphrasing the words, but that's the sense. A person that's hungry and starving, it cannot have the same mentality or the same understanding of life and the world as a person who got a full stomach, who has everything. They go anywhere they want to go. They always got stuff from Christmas gifts and all of them shit. They're not going to have the same opinion about life or understanding of life that somebody who ain't have nothing. You see? So it's just a lot of different, but both of these people have truth with them. So I'm just saying, in order to balance, all of that, the truth is a middle course. It's something I truly know. I believe in, that's what I know. The truth is a middle course, somewhere in between these 2 extremes. So we all have to find that middle course, that middle way. And it's a job. It's a job for every individual. It's on themselves. It's on them. Ain't nobody gonna give it to you. So, I just advise myself and I advise everybody to seek this truth and get on this new entertainment with learning the truth. What you gotta watch is spend 2-3 hours of your life and your time. You spend your money, and time is money, right? Time always been money, even on job back in the day with that stuff. So you spend your money, spend your 2 hours learning about what the hell was going on 100 years ago in truth, or 200 years, or 300 years. Learn that. I guarantee you that you're gonna find stuff that blow your mind, and it's gonna be entertainment for you. I can't even watch movies and stuff like that anymore, unless it's something in there I'm trying to see, like it's some type of message in it for me, or I think it's a message in it for me. Then I'll be trying to watch it. But other than that, I don't waste my time on that. I spend my time on watching stuff that I can learn from, lectures and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I spent most of my life on entertaining myself. Indulging in entertainment stuff. Yeah. But that's what I would advise myself and anybody who wants to listen to try. You say, a little bit at a time, just like working out. You can't, a little bit at a time, just like being patient. You can't just be patient. What they say, you got to practice patience on a daily basis. Practice discipline, being disciplined. And then you will develop discipline. You will develop patience. And you will develop strength. So, yeah, I guess I'll talk to y'all in the future. Peace.